guys, this is Kendra and we are going to be doing a DIY lip gloss video, and you will be needing the following. You will be needing petroleum jelly, a pan, some crayons, a bowl, a little funnel, the funnel is optional, something to stir with and to get your Vaseline out, and a container. Now that you know everything that you will be needing, let's get straight to making it. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to get your pan and some water, and you're going to carefully pour some water into your pan. Depending on the size of your bowl, since mine is very small, I'm not going to be needing much water. You just need enough water to fill the bottom of the pan, and you may have some water and still inside of your cup. So then you carefully set it on your stove, like so. Then what you do is you turn your heat to medium. You do not want your water to boil, because then the water could splash into your little bowl of lip gloss, and then it would be very bad because it would ruin it. And you also want to be very careful with hot water because you don't want to get hurt. So then, now let's go to the next step. What you're going to do is you're going to open up your Vaseline, and you're going to grab the end of your fork or spoon or whatever you have, and you're going to just scoop some in it. Put a little bit less than your container can really hold, because the crayons will make it thicker, and it will just add more to it, if you know what I mean. Right, so that's that. Go. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pick out your crayons, break them up into small pieces about this size, and then you just get the colors that you want. Just add it to there. You don't need to have very many crayons. This is about a third of a normal crayon, so you just put it in the bowl and you're all set. Now, since our water is getting very hot, I don't want it to sit like that for too long, because then it will start to boil. I went ahead and turned it down to medium-low. Then what you do, now that you have all of your little ingredients, and now that you have your ingredients inside of your little bowl, you just carefully set your little bowl in the water. Now be careful, because the water is still hot. Then you just have to wait. I went ahead and cleaned off the end of my fork, that way I can use it as a stirring tool, and I just kind of poked at it with the tips because they're very sharp, and it's kind of like a toothpick with many pokey things. So I just kind of stirred it a bit. The Vaseline's melting a little. It doesn't take long for the Vaseline to melt completely, but the crayons is what is going to take the longest, so you just have to be patient. I turned it back up to medium heat just to speed up the process. You don't have to do it, but I just wanted to get it done quicker because, well, I think that every girl would want to have their lip gloss quicker than like a couple of minutes when it could be done in seconds. So I just took my little fork and gave it a quick little stir just to get it started a bit more, and it was not completely melted, but it was still very close, and so I just kind of just left it there. Alright, so our liquid, our Vaseline, and our crayons are done melting, so I just kind of shook the stuff that was on my fork into the bowl. And I just put the fork aside because we will not be needing it any longer. I went ahead and I turned off this area on the stove top, and I just kind of scooted it over to the side. Next, what I did was I grabbed this, and I grabbed the handle, and I stuck this like that on the side of the bowl, and I picked it up and I put it here. Right, we're done with that. Alright, I let it cool down for a minute or two, just so I can pick it up and it not be too hot. And this step, you have to be very quick. You take your mixture and your little funnel and you kind of want to scoot things out of the way. And then you just pour it into your little container. Get it all. It's already hard. Alright, it's hardening very quickly, so you have to be very quick with this step. Alright, I think it's done. And then I just kind of set it on a little paper towel. You snap shut the lids. And then you just pop it in the freezer for a couple minutes and then it will be a solid. Alright, so after it has done dried, it was in the freezer for maybe a couple minutes, it has hardened, and I know that it looks like a really dark and really dark color. It looks more like a blood color, a dark pink blood, but it doesn't really look like this. This is what it looks like on my lips. I really like the color. I'm very happy with it. I loved doing this. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy making these videos, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.